Today, we're going to learn how to request disposal for an asset. Suppose an asset is broken and can't be repaired, or maybe it's just old and obsolete and it isn't being used anymore. And we want to request disposal so that the central office can approve that disposal and we can get that taken care of. So first, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click into the asset information page. And then in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to click on the actions dropdown and we'll select request disposal. Now we get to our disposal request form. It has a few things we need to fill out. For example, our reason for request. So we can say that we're requesting this disposal because it's broken, obsolete, lost, stolen, or you can choose other if it's for some other reason. We'll go ahead and select broken. Now we are also required to put in some notes. The more notes that you put in, the better. This will make it easiest for whoever at the central administration needs to review these to know exactly why you're requesting disposal, and hopefully they don't need to follow up with you again. So we can maybe say broken beyond repair here. Now, if the site and location have moved, oftentimes we're taking broken items and we're centralizing them into one storage area. You can go ahead and you can update that location. So for example, if this has been moved to a new location, we can go ahead and update the site and location. If we want to, we can also update the condition. Maybe we want to say this is obsolete or broken, we can do that. And then lastly, we can also upload a file if we want to. This is optional, but this could be something like a photo of the broken item, or if this was a stolen item, you can upload a copy of the police report. Whatever you want, that's just something there to add to the documentation for your disposal request. Once you've filled all this out, you'll go ahead and click Save. And now we'll see that the status of our asset has been updated to awaiting disposal approval. So when that happens, the proper person at the central administration, the correct admin, will get a notification letting them know that this asset has been requested for disposal. Once whatever processes they need to handle have been taken care of with that, usually getting that board approved, they can go ahead and approve this on their end, and you will get an email notification letting you know that this item has been approved for disposal. So you can go ahead and take the next steps of taking that and getting it physically removed from the district, whatever that process is. Now, one thing to note is you can also request disposal for assets in bulk. So we can go ahead and we can select these three assets here, and we can come to our bulk action menu here. I can do request disposal, click on my blue arrow action button, click that, and you'll see a very similar form here. It's still going to ask a reason for our request. So these ones will say lost and never recovered is what we'll put as our notes here. If we want to, we could put a site and location. If I leave these blank, they will stay in whatever site or location each of them currently have. Again, I can update my condition if I want to, or I can just leave that as it is and it'll stay default for whatever that asset currently has. And again, you can upload a file here if you want to for things like broken or stolen or et cetera items. Any kind of documentation you want to include, you simply go ahead and click save. And now all three of those assets have been moved to the awaiting disposal approval status, and the correct admin will get a notification that all of those have been requested for disposal. And that's all it takes to request disposal of an